crowd of more than 18,000 providing a tremendous atmosphere here at home park. The vast majority of them hoping to see Plymouth Argyle make it to Wembley for the first time in their history. They come desperately close on a couple of previous occasions, having reached the semi-finals of both the League and the FA Cup. Will it be third time lucky tonight, I wonder? Well, they make just the one change from the first leg. Adrian Burrows is, of course, suspended after being sent off at Turf Moor. So Keith Hill moves to the centre of the defence, with Steve McCall switching to left-back, and Wayne Burnett coming into midfield. Skipper Steve Castle, who celebrated his 28th birthday yesterday, has shaken off a niggling thigh injury. He scored more goals from midfield than any other player in the league this season. Would love to complete those birthday celebrations with another tonight. Winger Ted McMinn passed a late fitness test to take his place in the Burnley side. He, of course, was the subject of much Argyle attention in the first leg. Well, he takes his place in an unchanged Burnley lineup. Manager Jimmy Mullen deciding to keep faith with his players despite their rather disappointing performance on Sunday. But there's a change at substitute when Nathan Peel is preferred to Graham Lancashire. Just so that you know, back at base, that's Ted McMinn that you'll need to drop the shot in. So referee Terry Holbrook from Wolverhampton gets this game underway. In fact, he doesn't. We'll do that again. Do that again, Jim. Referee Terry Holbrook then gets this game underway. Burnley attacking the goal away to our left. Plymouth Argyle in their new strip of green and black stripes, immediately getting on to the attack. And this is Dwight Marshall trying to make a run down that left-hand side. That's just taking the ball out of play. And there's Thompson then with the throw. in towards John Francis. Andy Comyn, a storming game at Turf Moor. Won't be quite so happy with that clearance. It's another chance to get a foot on the ball. Now Burnett getting an early touch and providing Alan Nichols with the same. London going in for the header. That will drop for Gary Parkinson. There's a chance to get the ball clear. Aimed up towards Francis. Again coming in with the header. Now Martin Barlow. Hill playing it forward. It was intended for Richard Landon, but struck far too powerfully for them. Some pleasant, watery evening sunshine. The pitch has been heavily watered, in fact, just before kick-off. Groundsman Colin Wheatcroft had the sprayers on, just to take a little bit of the bounce out of the pitch. Thompson then with the throw. This is David Ayres looking to get the cross in. Came off Patterson. The first corner of the game. And thrusting the big guns forward, John Pender and Steve Davis. Both going up into the box. Min then with the corner towards that near post. The referee's not happy with something. And just wanting a word, I think, with Keith Hill and John Francis. Just explaining he doesn't want any pushing and shoving. And stamping his authority on the game immediately, Terry Holbrook. Min then with the corner this time, towards that near post, off Patterson, and the linesman says Patterson was responsible for putting the ball out. And that will be the second corner. Min then putting it towards the far post this time, and Nichols getting a punch on it, I think. And Thompson rather making a hash of the shot. Argyle get it clear through Patterson. And he's caught by David Ayres. Mr. Holbrook quickly across, just to have a quiet word. Argyle get their first free kick. Hill moving back into the centre of the defence, possibly his favoured position. He's been filling in, of course, at left back in recent games, but the absence of Adrian Burrows forces the switch. Header away was by Steve Davis. Comyn putting it forward. Landon makes the chase, and Beresford has to come out of his goal, but in any case the linesman's flag is up on the far side for an offside decision. That wouldn't have counted in any case. Towards Francis. Comyn easily getting to the ball first. Thompson will try to keep the pressure on. Patterson has to backpedal, brings it down very well. Pender getting up above Landon. The ball might break for Burnett. Looks for support now, which he gets from McCall. Forward towards Dalton. Brought down really by Gary Parkinson. The referee waving play on. Parkinson must have played the ball. Burnett is playing it back for Hill. Clearance was intended for Landon, but more comfortably for Thompson. Not the best of back passes, but gets there in the end. From behind Beresford's goal, as the ball comes forward. And McCall. Marshall just failing to control it. Really, neither side quite putting their foot on the ball and controlling it in these opening stages. Min finding himself back as the last man. And Thompson getting it forward towards Heath. Burnett showing some neat skills. And now Castle knocking it forward. Again, the ball struck a ball too firmly. I get the feeling there's just a little bit of tension out there, as might be expected. You just need to sort of settle things down a little bit and start to play the ball a little more convincingly. Long clearance. Patterson will shepherd it back toward his goalkeeper. In fact, taking the other option and putting it out and actually winning the throw-in, so perhaps that was the best option. Patterson showing some neat skills under pressure. London getting a touch on it. Now Castle knocking it forward. I think the pass a little wayward. Beresford, though, well, taking no chances at all, was he? Perhaps might have done a little better with the clearance. You can argue and say at least the ball is safe. Barlow looking to turn. Now Hill, eluding Francis, finding Burnett. The touch off caught Landon wrong-footed. Parkinson with the long clearance. Comin just sizing up the options. Looking to find Landon, who didn't time his jump at all well. Hill with the header forward. Now Marshall looking to pick up Castle. Deary now getting it wide for Ayres. He's operating in a much more orthodox wing position tonight. Very much more in the centre of the attack for Burnley. And the referee wanting a word with Warren Joyce. Challenge. A very stern word. No yellow card, which is perhaps a bit of a contrast to what we saw on Sunday. Here's the challenge. This is Dalton trying to get away through on that far side of the field. McMinn has gone with him and doing well to get the ball away. McCall in with the challenge, comes away with the ball. Barlow's gone wide, but good tackle from Steve Davis. Castle knocks it forward, but that's going to go out of play. Steve McCall operating in the left back position tonight. He's got a bit of a knock there, but some sort of glimmer of an opening for him. Clearance from McMinn falling to him and just looking to get it into the box. Sumner will give him some attention. There we are. You see McCall making the challenge, but good challenge from Davis. I think it was that must have caught him on the shin. McCall able to take his place back in the left back position as Burnley thrust the ball forward through Adrian Heath. Hill with the clearance. Away by Pender. Falling for Barlow though. He looks to go through that gap and closed immediately on him by a combination of Thompson and Heath. Now Adrian Heath looking to bring the ball away. Ayres has lost it. Marshall making the challenge. And that might fall for Landon. In fact, it's going to drop back to Marlon Beresford. Trying to calm things down a little. Still waiting really for the two sides to settle. 10 minutes gone, no goals as yet. Patterson playing it forward. Marshall doing well to keep it in play. Thunder puts it out for the throw and just touches Marshall with his arm. Landon looking to lay it off for Patterson. The ball is drifting out of play again. Marshall explaining where he wants the ball. Little smile with the referee. Here that with the header. It's Heath trying to knock it forward for Francis. Not going to catch that one. He does get the throw though. Dominic Naylor just warming up on the sidelines. Wondering whether he'll get an opportunity tonight, no doubt. He's looking to turn the ball into the box. Well, Nichols might have come for that one, but Hill deciding to take responsibility instead. And appeared to be barged out of it then by Fender, but Mr. Holbrook just shook his head. And allowed play to go on. London trying to find Marshall. And a bit of a scramble going on, and the referee decides there's a handball in there. Argyle have the free kick. Well, interestingly, Argyle not hoisting too many players forward as Castle takes the free kick. And did that get a touch off Davis? No, says the referee. And a goal kick. Interesting situation, of course, here because with the away goals rule, they count double in the event of a draw after extra time. Then Argyle won't want to concede goals because that obviously gives the opposition an advantage. Joyce hoisting it forward, following with a good defensive header. Certainly started this game well, Andy Comyn. Adrian Heath knocking it forward towards Francis. Now Barlow. It's challenging John Deary for it in midfield and losing out. Now Ayres with a little bit of space. Poor ball. He claims that Burnett handled it, but if he did, the referee certainly couldn't have seen it from his angle. Marshall looking to get a shove. The crowd certainly thought he was shoved in the back. Mr. Holbrook wanting to keep play moving. Marshall. Sliding the ball backwards and picked up by Keith Hill. Marshall doing a retrieving job. And now McCall. And again. And Marshall is shut it out of things there. It's a handshake. And Argyle get a free kick. Dalton and McCall together. That's it, might be Dalton who'll swing the ball in towards Marshall, who gets a flick on, a chance for the shot now, and Dwight Marshall gives Argyle the lead. And the crowd here at Home Park goes absolutely wild. 15 minutes gone, Marshall getting a first touch on it, the ball coming back to it, and whack into the top corner of the net. Well, they needed an early goal to steady them, and it came in a slightly fortuitous way, but Marshall will be happy with that. There's 14th goal of the season, Dwight Marshall. Not a bad time to score it. This is McMinn trying to find a way through. McCall. And now Burnett with a chance to get it away. McMinn tackling back well. And Francis making the challenge. And Argyle now have the free kick. Well, really just the sort of start that Plymouth Argyle wanted to this game. Important to sort of settle down, get yourselves an early goal, and they'll be pleased with that one. Ball launching the ball forward, headed away by John Pender. Now McCall aimed in towards Landon, who looks as if he got a bit of a shove in the back. Hill hoists it forward. Will go out for a goal kick. The referee wants to have words with Les Thompson, who appears to have said something. What a turn. Well, I think Mr. Holbrook is making his point in no uncertain terms. Andy Comyn gets the ball away. And now back with McCall. One thing, of course, that we can say now that Marshall has scored that goal is that this game will not be decided on penalties. The only way that could have happened would have been had it been 0-0 at the end of extra time. Argyle bench, looking in pensive mood despite that early lead. It's a poor ball picked up by McMinn. Joyce has made a good run forward. Aimed in towards him, but away by Andy Comyn rather. Davis getting the cross in. And a good header from Keith Hill, who, like Steve Castle, celebrated his birthday yesterday. He's 25 compared with Castle's 28 though. This is Barlow, a nice little back heel from him. Landon not quite able to control the ball, but Castle plays it well, wide, and Marshall can't quite keep it in play. With the long ball forward, goes straight through to Alan Nichols. Pender up with a good header. Now Patterson trying to spread it wide for Dalton, but Minner's in the way. Joyce getting well forward, making a good run. Hill watching him all the way, and taking it past the challenge of Francis. Full play from Keith Hill. And getting the throw. You just get the feeling that that goal will have settled Argyle down a little bit, but Keith Hill just looking as if he might be struggling a little bit with an injury. Holding his thigh. Argyle won't want to lose him at this stage of the game. McCall playing the ball forward. Linesman's flag up for an offside decision. Keith Hill just holding his thigh a moment or two ago, but Seems to be all right again now, running it on. This is Dalton. Looking to take it round the three defenders who are trailing him. And ends up winning the throw-in. It's very congested on that touchline with stewards and policemen and sundry objects littered along the sidelines there. McCall with the throw. Now Dalton. Parkinson in with the challenge. McBin back to help him. He gets the goal kick. You can see the size of the crowd grouped behind Alan Nicholls' goal at the far end. Seen days like this at Argyle for what, 6-7 years, I suppose. And last time they were in what was in the second division. Castle finding Dwight Marshall. Now McCall getting it forward for Dalton. Adrian Heath making the challenge and will be penalised. Well, it's the highest ball of the day. Ends up in the crowd. With the throw. Landon looking to get the flick on and does it well. Now Marshall, can he get control of it? Davis in the end being forced to put it out for the throw. Marshall causing a problem or two. Dalton with the cross in. Away by Thompson. Now Comin. Heading forward towards Marshall. And Parkinson getting in a bit of a tangle. And, in fact, Marshall is penalised. Dwight Marshall can manage a smile. Quite a week for him. New baby last week. And a goal tonight, which could yet take Plymouth Argyle to Wembley. Coming up with a header. Now Castle. The second attempt to get it away. Fender underneath it. Parkinson with the throw. Coming a good header away. Just applying the pressure fairly steadily. Still not controlling the game. Turn ball against Steve Davis, surely. Well, the referee waves play on, much to the Argyle fans' displeasure. A stray ball from Paul Dalton. Goes out of play. Burnley have the throw-in. Parkinson then with the throw. And, not the greatest of returns from McMinn. London making a strong challenge for it. Not able to control the ball. Argyle have it though through Wayne Burnett and now Keith Hill. For Martin Barlow to chase. Thompson just trying to shepherd the ball out. Barlow getting a foot in, but all to no avail as it goes out for the goal kick. Martin Barlow re-established himself in midfield in the latter part of the season, being in and out early on. Hill with a good jump. Now Ayres. And the flag will be up for offside against Adrian Heath. sizing up the options. And decides on route 1 towards Landon. Francis getting away from Hill, and Nichols has lost his footing. Francis putting the ball wide in the end. Could have been trouble for Argyle. John Francis, Burnley's best chance so far. Well, Nichols had just lost his footing as he came out for that one, and for a moment or two the goal was beckoning, but Francis's shot was well wide of the target. Ayres with the header. Now Hill. Landon managing to find Bennett. It's cut out by Thompson, and as well it was. Marshall had made a good run down that right-hand line. Well, Hill and Francis together. Francis is penalised and doesn't appear overly happy with the decision. Going over to explain his view to the linesman. Jimmy Mellon trying to make himself heard above the din. David! Well, some clear instructions there. Wayne Burnett hit again after that little knock. Argyle have the free kick. Hender coming a long way for that one. And going again. Oh, Heath knocking it forward. And Francis getting away from Comyn. Nichols has had to come off his line. John Francis! And Francis makes it 1-1. Well, he'd been threatening on a couple of occasions to get past that Argyle defence. And this time he does it. Andy Comyn just struggling a little bit for pace, a bit of pushing and shoving between them. Nichols had come off his line. Francis taking it wide and then tucking it away. Very well indeed. His 9th goal of the season, John Francis. Comyn just struggling a little bit to get with him. Tucked away very well indeed. So Burnley get a vital away goal. And of course the game was to finish level at 1-1 after extra time. They would now go through to Wembley. Long way to go yet, of course. Keith Hill pumps the ball forward. Thompson underneath it. Warren Joyce getting a foot in. And David Ayres trying to bring it away. Good challenge though from Mark Patterson. Now Barlow looking for some support. Marshall is hugging the touchline. He goes off on one of those runs of his, but doesn't last very long. Adrian Heath in the way. This is Barlow. Too many options on for him. Getting it wide from McCall. Perhaps the best ball available. Now Dalton. Too many chances to set off on a run. Caught again. Obviously the subject of some close attention. Francis again bringing the ball away, looking to get through that gap in the middle, and he might get the shot in here. And he does, and John Francis makes it 2-0. And what is the Argyle defence doing, you wonder? 2 players marking him then. Somehow he manages to wriggle free of both Andy Comyn and Keith Hill, creating a gap for himself and then slotting the ball past Nichols 2 goals in the space of 2 minutes, and suddenly this game is transformed. Francis going straight through the middle. Nichols is beaten, and the pendulum swings in Burnley's favour. Argyle immediately making a substitution. Wayne Burnett coming off. Dominic Naylor goes on. He will slot in at left back, freeing Steve McCall to play in midfield. But, I don't think you can really attach too much blame to the left back for that particular goal. So, Corbyn and Hill will perhaps be asking themselves a question or two. Now Patterson. The linesman's flag is up for offside against John Francis. A situation of ever-changing permutations. The simple equation now is that Plymouth must score twice to win this game and go through to Wembley. If it's a draw, then Burnley will be the ones who go through. And then with the throw, headed away by David Ayres. Now Barlow getting it down to Steve McCall. Played wide for Naylor, who gets his first touch. On Dalton. Naylor again. Looking to get the cross in towards Steve Castle. Marshall is coming in on it, and there's Thompson just getting the vital touch. Crossed in towards Marshall, and Thompson just getting that touch and getting it away for the corner. McCall then with the corner. Beresford coming and claiming it very well. It's just the sort of thing you want if you're under a bit of pressure. Goalkeeper to come and make a good catch from across. Comin with the knock-on. This is Davis this time. And again, some hesitancy in that Plymouth defence. This time Hill getting it away to Dominic Naylor. There's a certain nervousness, I think, every time doing the attack through that middle. This time Andy Comin is equal to the challenge of Francis, who's being left more or less on his own up front, in fact. Heath, McMinn and Ayres all slotting back into a 5-man midfield. It's been very effective so far. This is Marshall. Davis wins the throw. I have the feeling that Burnley will be in no hurry to take this. Quite happy with the way the game is going at the moment. Good jump again from Steve Davis. And Naylor with a chance to get it forward. Finding Dalton. Naylor again, inside for McCall. Hill is looking for a way through. Dalton heading it inside. Naylor's come forward. It might fall for Castle. Trying to get it wide for Barlow, but David Ayres is in there. And the referee has given him a free kick. See the incident here. Davis coming out and scything Castle down late. The referee right on the spot. Well, dangerous position. Just wonder what Argyle might try here. whether Paul Dalton or Steve Castle would be the favourites. Both of them have scored from this sort of range in the past. It's Castle, in fact, who hits the shot, just wide of the target. Steve Castle scored some pretty good goals from free kicks. He's coming in there, round the wall, but always going wide of that left-hand post. Hudson up with a header. Davis in with another challenge. Nichols having to come out of his box. Finds Naylor. Not getting the ball away at the first attempt. Challenged unfairly from behind by Ted McMinn. A little handshake between the two of them. Jump by Davis. Coleman getting it forward. Returned with interest. Parkinson then with the throw. Spread wide by John Deary for David Ayres. Heath has made a late run into the box. Nichols will come and claim that. Dalton climbing for the header. John Joyce in there now. Now McMinn. Parkinson's gone on the overlap. Joyce has got well forward, so too is Adrian Heath. It's a poor ball. McMinn is penalised, and I can't quite understand why he should be shrugging his shoulders for that one. Fairly obvious free kick from here. London with the flick on. And Beresford coming out quickly to claim it. Clearance downfield, cut out by Keith Hill. Fender with the header. Now Ayres, strong challenge from Patterson. Burnley just winning the battles at the moment. Ayres thrusting it forward, but John Francis was offside. This is Dalton. Looking to go around Parkinson. Might win the corner. Davis managing to get it out for the throw-in. Naylor coming up for the long throw, which I'm sure will be aimed in towards Richard Landon. Davis getting well above him though. Now McMinn getting it forward. In fact, McMinn caught late, and just a little bit of a pushing and shoving match going on over on the far side. John Francis involved in that. So too was Dominic Naylor. Referee putting the physio on. It looks as if one of the stewards has been hit by something. And the linesman as well. I think some things have been thrown onto the pitch. It's not the sort of thing that I want to see here at home park. Well, just getting a bit of treatment from Mark Leather, the Burnley physio. So everything Just on the back of the head there. Let's see if we can see there. You can see him being hit by something that was thrown from the crowd. Really, that is not going to do Argyle's cause any good at all. Terry Holbrook just wanting a quick word with the police, I think, just to make sure that they are aware of the problem. And, just making some points about how he wants the crowd controlled. It's the last of that sort of incident that we shall see. Beresford then with a free kick. Hill underneath it. And Naylor getting it forward. Francis. Patterson just knocking it back to his goalkeeper. Away by Steve Davis. Now McMinn forcing it through. This is Keith Hill. And now Mark Patterson. Beresford claiming that one comfortably. Very confident throughout this first half, Marlon Beresford. He's getting the flick on. Hill getting the ball away. It looked to be a little shove in the back then, but Mr. Holbrook right up with play, deciding there was no foul. London getting the flick on. Now Dalton looking to curl the ball in. Beresford again coming to claim it, claiming it well. Throw out too. Now Ayres, caught by Barlow. The rescue came from John Deary. This is Patterson. That will be a free kick. Well, certainly no love lost between these two sides. It's a semi-final. You expect a bit of tension and a bit of hard tackling to creep into it. Patterson then loading the free kick in. The comment is up there. And that might fall for Landon, and it could save in the end from Marlon Beresford. Richard Landon scored from there against Bradford. Came very close to scoring again. Coming getting the flick on. Landon coming in with the header, but perhaps just a direction that a foot or so either side would have been enough. Naylor being caught out by McMinn. And the call. Spread wide for Patterson. Well, looking to get it forward, but moved in very quickly with the challenge. Argyle just been knocked out of their stride really by those two goals. They're getting it forward. Castle's made the run, but Davis again just shepherding the ball back to his goalkeeper. No lack of effort from Steve Castle as always. London underneath that one, but not laying it off in quite the way he'd hoped to. And Naylor. Hill. Finding Castle. Just being harried again. This Common this time. Dalton can't keep it in play. The crowd begin to get just a little frustrated. Into injury time at the end of this first half, but there will, I'm sure, be a couple of minutes to add on. Parkinson. Now Davis. And forward towards Francis. All getting it away. Argyle have the throw. The crowd become animated once more. McCall. Finding Dalton. And again, Burnley getting it away, defending well in numbers. Barlow. Patterson had made a good run on the overlap. Done well by Barlow. Can he get a cross in now? He does, towards that near post. Landon's coming in on it. Put away by John Fender. And the crowd perhaps sensing that Argyle won't be able to apply some telling pressure before the half-time whistle, which goes as I speak. And Argyle undone really by those two goals from John Francis in the space of a minute after Dwight Marshall had put them ahead. There will certainly be much talking for Peter Shilton and John McGovern to do in the dressing room. The half-time situation then here at Home Park. Plymouth Argyle 1, Burnley 2. Join us again after the break. Well, welcome back to the West Country match. Much food for thought during the half-time interval as to whether that minute of madness would have cost Plymouth Argyle a trip to Wembley. 2-1 they trail. 2 goals from John Francis. 45 minutes for them to rectify the situation. Score at least one more themselves to take it into extra time. And 2 to win it right. This is Martin Barlow playing the ball wide for Patterson. Come up on the overlap. David Ayres has gone with him. And back again for Barlow. Argyle got plenty of players in the box. Beresford will come and claim that. Good confident catch again. Starting the second half much the same way as he finished the first. Naylor with the header. Looking to get the flick on. Dalton doing well to control that one, but there's 3 players surrounding him right away. And Warren Joyce is penalised for a little bit of pulling. Smile from him. His former teammates. Naylor then with a free kick. Aimed in towards Landon, who gets the flick on, away by Pender. Now Patterson, curled in towards Marshall. Can Dwight Marshall turn here? Davis getting in an important challenge. And Barlow trying to keep things going. Carried out of it by Thompson. And Thompson gets the goal kick. Much to the fans' displeasure. Now the opportunity for Dwight Marshall. Quite turned past his marker, and Steve Davis, who's a pretty steady game at the back for Burnley, is getting in the clearance. Thompson's header slightly misdirected. Davis in with the foot. And Thompson knocking it forward. Hill underneath that. Hill having to backpedal. And again, Francis operating as the lone front runner. After an awful lot of running. Heath is up in support this time. That's hit forward by Hill. Beresford taking the ball on his thigh. Some of the fans felt he might have handled it, but showing good control, Marlon Beresford. Came out and produced a header on Sunday to clear his lines, and showing he can control the ball in all parts of his body. Marshall with the flick on. Now McCall finding Barlow. This is Naylor. Dalton. Castle battling for it. Get to Barlow, who's caught in possession. Keith Hill being hurried by Francis. Getting the ball forward for Dalton, who's popped up on the far side of the field. And forces Thompson to give away the corner. Thompson not happy with his goalkeeper. He should have come out to collect that one, I think. McCall then with the corner, loaded in towards that near post. Came off Coming. McCall will get a second opportunity. The space to get the cross in. Still battling for it. Burnley get it away. Naylor just losing his footing. Francis ball. Calls for Parkinson. McMinn going wide on the overlap. Oh, Joyce has got himself up into the middle. So too is Adrian Heath. McMinn happy just to play keep ball for a bit. Challenge coming in from his former Derby teammate Andy Comyn. John Francis is down, and the referee hasn't spotted him. Parkinson floats the ball in, and it was not too far away. Well, I'm not sure that Alan Nichols necessarily had that one covered. Nice. Onto the top of the goal net. Meantime, John Francis getting a bit of treatment. It's painful. Food for thought for Jimmy Mullen, the Burnley manager. Be hoping John Francis rather, is fit to continue. Francis having recovered. Nichols can take the goal kick. Look on from Castle. Bobbling about in the middle there, really. Nobody getting firm control. Now Naylor knocking it forward. Easy for Davis, though. And Joyce coming back and just putting an arm on the ball instead of the head. Argyle have the free kick. Well, dangerous position. It's quickly taken short to Dalton. He's looking for space perhaps to get a shot in. Plays it wide for Barlow. Barlow does try the shot, charged down by Thompson. Gets the ball clear. There's one for Francis to chase once more. Patterson coming back quickly. Dalton getting a little bit of luck and then eventually losing out. Joyce is brought down by McCall. Well, quite sure what Steve McCall was saying then. Morrow and Joyce used to share midfield duties, of course, at one stage. Parkinson then with the free kick. Nichols coming to claim it. Davis up with Marshall, as you perhaps expect him to be. He's a good 4 or 5 inches taller than him. Nichols will have to come out of his box. And towards Landon. Defender getting up above him. Charge down was from Barlow, but will go all the way through to Beresford. Supporters certainly doing their best to lift their team at the start of the second half. Argyle not generally playing with the sort of conviction they've shown much of the season here at Home Park. This is Comyn. Council trying to spread it wide, but Min picking that ball up. Joyce getting it clear. Davis up above Castle this time. Naylor looking to get it down the line. And Davis in. I'll give Burnley credit really, they've harried all the way through this match. Harried Plymouth space. Every time Paul Dalton's got the ball, he's found himself surrounded by 3 players. Castle with a chance to get the cross in towards Richard Landon. The header, no real power or direction behind it. Steve Castle getting the ball in, good cross in. Landon though struggling to stretch for the header, straight to Beresford. Landon getting a flick on. Thompson with time to turn. Forward again for Francis to chase. Tireless so far, John Francis. I suppose scoring a couple of goals can give you a bit of an energy boost. Comyn looking to pick out Paul Dalton, but Parkinson covering well. Just getting the ball back to Beresford. Calmer's man on the field. Getting the flick on. Now Castle trying to set Dalton away. 3 players in the middle. If he can get the cross in, aim towards Landon. Good punch by Beresford. Timed well for that one. Now Heath thumping it forward. This is Hill. Barlow getting support from Patterson. Now Hill again. Looking to make his way through the middle. London can't quite control it. Now Heath getting it forward. Francis again causing problems. Naylor coming back to help out. Perhaps as well he did. John Francis has put in tremendous efforts up front. Missing a bit of a knock. He's put the Argyle defence under a lot of pressure. To make a substitution. Kevin Nugent will be the man to come on. Much to the appreciation of the crowd, Richard Landon goes off. It's a good pat from McGovern and Shilton on the Argyle bench. Kevin Nugent recovered from that collarbone injury. Many would have thought that he might have been on from the start. And just wonders whether his fitness is still a little bit suspect. And he's got about 35 minutes to make his presence felt. Nugent getting his first touch. Back for Naylor, and the ball out of play, in fact. Parkinson getting good distance on the throw, but Naylor knocks it forward. Nugent again in the thick of the action. This time it's Deary who plays the ball forward for Burnley. And again, Francis applies some pressure. Wins the throw in. Ball with a long clearance. Nugent is fouled, according to the linesman at least. His flag is being waved high in the air. And Argyle got the free kick. They want to get on with it quickly, but not being allowed to do so at the moment. Now Hill. Going forward towards Barlow, but poor ball really. Now David Ayres trying to set Adrian Heath away. Hill has to backpedal. Castle getting a good flick on. Nugent again making the challenge, certainly putting himself about in these early stages of his appearance in the game. David Ayres has been wondering what's hitting him over on that side. Seemed to have 2 or 3 tackles handed in on him. And actually wins the throw. Heath with a little flick on. And straight through to Alan Nichols. White Marshall getting the header on it. Nugent bringing it down well. Looking for space, perhaps to get a shot in. Feeding it wide for Marshall instead. Now Nugent wants the ball back on the edge of the area. Nugent with the shot. Deflection wide. And Nugent feels he should have had the corner.
What number is it?
The referee says goal kick. Well, probably the ball coming off Steve Castle in the end. Burnley, meanwhile, preparing to make a substitution themselves. And Nathan Peel to come on. And John Francis shakes his head, limps off, and he's done a superb job for his team so far. 2 goals and a lot of unselfish running up front. Nathan Peel, who scored twice for Burnley against Plymouth at Turf Moor, will be given that role to do for the last half hour of this match. Immediately he's off in pursuit as Keith Hill comes across with a challenge, putting it out for the throw. Thompson then with the throw. And Peel back to Thompson again. The cross coming in and a deflection by Keith Hill. And that is out for a corner. And Nichols having a few words to say. Misunderstanding. Coming off Hill. The ball out of play. McMinn then with the corner, curled in towards the near post. David Ayres is up there, but Nugent gets it away. Now McMinn again. Going to play it short this time. Ayres trying to get the cross in, comes off Nathan Peel, and away by Andy Comyn as the ball goes agonisingly across the goal line. Still the danger not clear as McMinn fires in the cross, and this time Nichols comes to claim it. Well, you can't get much closer than that, can you? Right across the face of the goal, Comyn coming across with the clearance. To have had a fair few jitters in that Argyle defence. Comyn getting the ball forward towards Nugent, all the way off on the chest for Steve Castle. Castle trying to go through a gap, hounded by 2 players. Which is to give away the throw. forward. Comes off Naylor's head. Andy Cumming caught by Nathan Peel. Not very happy with the challenge either. Neither is Mr. Holbrook. He's calling Nathan Peel over. Nathan Peel going down with a convenient case of deafness, I think. It doesn't look as if Mr. Holbrook is going to produce the yellow card. There you saw the challenge, leading with his elbow. You can understand why Andy Cumming was a little upset. This is Barlow, trying to feed it through for Marshall. Gets a second opportunity on the ball. Fed wide this time for Naylor. Dalton, but the challenge came in from Parkinson very quickly. Coped very well with the threat posed by Paul Dalton of Burnley. Nichols having to come out of his goal, getting a nudge from Peel. Well, they've been given the message to put himself about a bit up front, I suspect. Naylor with the clearance. And now Castle knocking it forward. Beresford has come across the edge of his box and get the ball clear. Davis finding Heath. Now Peel. Back for Davis once more. This is McMinn. Turning inside and then outside. Looking to just hold the ball up on the line and then losing control. Well, nice build-up. Shame about the finishing touch. Barlow with the clearance. Comes off Deary. More fall for Castle. He's got Marshall out wide. Nugent and Dalton making their way into the middle. Patterson going up on the overlap. Played through towards Kevin Nugent. And a good saving tackle again from Steve Davis. And it's a good pat on the back. Well deserved as well. Good saving tackle as Nugent threatened to go through. Putting the ball out for a corner. Signs that Kevin Nugent is beginning to have an effect on this game. McCall with the corner. Comin jumping for the header, so too is Pender, and it's Pender who gets the touch. Now McMinn bringing it away. Keith Hill will pick up the loose ball. Marshall doing well to find Barlow. Barlow might look for space for a shot. Running into Les Thompson. Good challenge from Naylor, and you get the feeling that Argyle now have got the bit between their teeth. Dalton playing the ball in. Marshall, lay-off is for Castle. And almost finding Nugent. That was more of a shot than a pass, but very nearly ended up putting Kevin Nugent through. Suddenly there's a new spring in Argyle's step. Dalton's run setting it all up. Marshall laying it back. Castle trying the shot. Nugent coming quite close to getting a touch. Hill finding Naylor. Davis getting it away. No comment. Lifting the ball forward towards Kevin Nugent. Davis up with the header. McCall coming through. Joyce going through it. He's with him. And Argyle win the throw. This is Naylor. Crossing towards Nugent. Headed away by Steve Davis. Now Comin looking to get it in again. Davis is in the way. Hill spreading it wide towards Dalton, who gets the head on the ball. Falls for Nugent. Nugent looking for space to turn. And back across the face of the goal. Patterson's coming in with a shot. Good effort, well saved by Marlon Beresford. Right, Patterson almost getting his second goal of the season. Would have been a great time to get it to. Lovely shot. Beresford getting everything behind it. Flick on is from Peel. And goes straight through to Nichols. Nichols with a long clearance forward. Nugent underneath it. And Thompson. Naylor's header. They picked up by Dalton. Just beginning to cause a few problems. Min back with a good tackle. And is caught by Steve Castle. The Argyle fans think that Burnley should be getting on with the free kick. Parkinson obliges now. Peel with a little flick on, but there's no one up in support. McMinn launching the ball forward once more. Again, coming up with a good header. Again, McMinn is there. This time the ball will go through for Nichols. Midway through the second half. Still Burnley leading by 2-1. Anderson can't get much direction on that header. It's picked up by David Ayres. Now Thompson. This is Deary. A lot of space. Now Parkinson. Looking to get the shot in. Blocked by McCall. Deary again. Joyce now feeding Parkinson. Gets the return from McMinn. Barlow in with the challenge. And the ball out for a corner. Much to the delight of the Burnley fans who are gathered behind Alan Nichols' goal. McMinn has gone over to take the corner. He's in no great hurry. Put it in towards the penalty spot, away by Castle. Now Dalton. Only Marshall up ahead of him, and that back heel goes straight to David Ayres, but fortunately for Dalton, the linesman's flag is up immediately for an offside. Argyle can relieve the pressure. Parkinson kicking the ball away. Naylor with the header forward. Now Dalton. Played wide for Naylor. To cut inside, getting the return from Dalton. Now the cross coming in, Castle coming in with a header. So good at coming in from those deep positions, Steve Castle. Didn't quite make proper contact then, but the ball coming in on the cross, and Castle getting in a header as the ball came into him, but just going wide, well wide of the target in fact. His clearance going straight into touch. Barlow looking to spread it wide towards Dalton, but McMinn has come back. It's the interception. The ball is back with Beresford. And they're coming in with the challenge, and Peel is penalised for just backing into him. Coming with the free kick. Aimed towards Nugent, bringing it down one on the chest. Now Patterson looking to lift the ball in towards Marshall, who gets the flick on. Beresford will come to claim it though. A little nod of the head to say I'm in control here. Hill with a little flick on. There's a little bit of space. He's caught from behind. Still going. Now Joyce. Joyce with the shot. Warren Joyce getting close to getting number 3. Shows how they can be caught on the break. Heath doing good work here. Ball coming off Comin for Joyce. Shot wide of the target. Naylor knocking it forward. He's just getting it away. Now Comin. The linesman's flag stays down, but immaterial anyway, as the ball is through for Beresford. There's Thompson just explaining to the referee that he thought that should have been an offside decision. Naylor getting it forward for Dalton. The ball out of play. And Dalton turning well. Inside for Marshall, looking for the return. Marshall might retrieve the situation. Wants to play it backwards. Argyle thrusting players forward. Curled in towards Kevin Nugent, who gets the knockdown. Barlow was coming in, but Thompson just hooking it away. Now Ayres getting it clear. This is McCall. Dalton has made a good run through. The linesman's flag came very late, much to the annoyance of a wasted free kick from Marlon Beresford. Argyle can reapply the pressure. Naylor knocking it forward. Very easy for Beresford though. Hill getting the ball forward. Now Barlow. Castle looking to play it square, but Flynn coming back to retrieve the ball. And now Peel with the chance to break. Finding McMinn. Heath has made a good run into the middle. Now Joyce. Going wide for David Ayres. Looks to go round the outside of Barlow. A good cross in towards that far post. Well, Andy Comin was up because Peel was coming in on the end of it. A deep cross. Hill, who took a bit of a knock just before that incident, can now get some attention from Paul Somner. I wonder what's going through his mind at the moment. I think if Keith Hill were a boxer, they'd allow him to continue fighting. McMinn then with the corner. Cloud in towards the far post. Plenty of bodies up there. One of them was Davis, and the header well clutched in the end. Alan Nichols. Ball against Warren Joyce. No, says the referee. Comes off McMinn. Now Comin getting it forward. Nugent doing very well to bring that one down. McCall going through with the outside of the boot. And again, they only get it away, this time through John Deary. This is Castle. Played wide for Patterson. Argyle have got plenty of players in the box that cross right across the face, but no one able to get that vital touch. Well, Argyle must have had 5 or 6 players in the area then, as Mark Patterson came through. Good low cross, evading all of them. Hill up with the header. Look on was from Castle. Away by Parkinson. Peel just knocking it on. Argyle forced to backpedal. Just over 12 minutes remaining. Argyle still searching for the goal which would take this game into extra time. This is Patterson. Harding Marshall rather lost his footing. The opportunity is lost. David Ayres happy to do a little bit of dribbling in his own penalty area. Gets it clear now though. Naylor showing a little too much of the ball to McMinn. Ball bounces well for Dalton. Can't make good use of it. Joyce. Martin Barlow would come back well to make the challenge. And Naylor. McCall. Forward for Barlow. Turns well. A little bit short for him. Naylor was caught eventually by Warren Joyce. The referee brings play back, but you get the feeling that Argyle were trying to play things just a little too tightly around that touchline on that occasion. They're certainly pushing players forward now as Dominic Naylor takes the free kick. Floated in towards Castle, but Steve Davis again, who's been a tower of strength in the Burnley defence, getting the ball away. Patterson. Cross wayward on this occasion. Certainly done his best down that right-hand side whenever he's been given a chance to get forward, Mark Patterson. Keel and Common together. And they're turning the ball back to his goalkeeper. Perhaps the best of clearances by Nichols. And still not getting the ball away. Naylor now playing it right the way back to his goalkeeper. And Argyle can start again. This is Hill. And now Common. Down towards Nugent. He gets a nice little flick on, but unfortunately one of his teammates running in quite the same direction.
Get him pushed up!
Well, danger here. Joyce playing it wide for McMinn. Burnley suddenly have three players in the box. As McMinn looks for space to get the cross in. Gets a shot in instead, comes off Nichols. And that surely is good night for Plymouth Argyle. Well, Warren Joyce delighted to score against his old club. It came off Nichols, Joyce was there, pounces on it, and Burnley are on their way to Wembley. Then doubtful before the start, plays such a key role for Burnley, getting round a couple of tackles, gets the shot in, it just bubbled away from Nichols. He should have held on to that one, but Warren Joyce put it away superbly. What a night for him. Well, this is Naylor. What can Argyle do here? Patterson getting the ball in close towards that far post, and how did that stay out? Well, I think Kevin Nugent has the answer to that, I think. Patterson again getting in a good cross, Nugent sliding in on it, and the ball somehow missing the target. Well, deficit could so easily have been back to a single goal. Kevin Nugent certainly deserved a bit of luck. Put in a tremendous effort since he came on. Nichols with a huge clearance. Heel is offside. This is Patterson. Now Barlow. Naylor. Dalton. A poor clearance from Naylor. Comes off McMinn. Played back to Nichols. Common. Getting it forward towards Nugent. Headed away by Parkinson. Dalton trying to play the ball through. It's cleared by Steve Davis. Dicision, I'm sure, will be resigned to his fate now. So near, and yet so far. Naylor getting the ball in towards Nugent, and again Burnley get it away. Comin putting it in. Davis getting it clear. Play will come back for a free kick against Martin Barlow. Adrian Heath goes down. We'll waste a few more precious seconds. Just over 6 minutes remaining. Edging his side not to let up. He knows that they're very, very close to Wembley now. Problem on the far side of the pitch, one or two supporters, and the police just having to come on in the far corner, sort one or two things out. Only a minor disturbance, I hope. Would make it a doubly unhappy night for Argyle should there be any crowd problems. Beresford then with the free kick. Naylor underneath it. Now Warren Joyce knocking it forward. Naylor playing it across his goal. Patterson. Forward pass was intended for Martin Barlow, but Thompson cut it out. He's still going forward. Now Comin. Hoisted forward towards Nugent. Davis, as he's been so often tonight, dominant in the air, just getting the ball away. You've got to give Burnley full credit. They've done their homework on Argyle. They've parried them every moment. Little doubt that they deserve to win this tie. Naylor then with the throw. Dalton and Naylor again, hurling the ball in. Beresford comes for it. Another confident catch from the goalkeeper. It's been a very steadying influence throughout the evening. Beresford then with the long clearance. Heel is impeded. Only have the free kick. And Warren Joyce will be in no great hurry to take it. Taken now to McMinn. And Parkinson finding Heath. A challenge from the call. Heath getting the ball back for McMinn. Now Heath again. Playing it a little too tight. McCall getting it away. Castle running into Warren Joyce though. And now McMinn looking to get round Dominic Naylor. Heath with the throw and now given the other way. I think he may have just put a foot over the line. Three minutes left. Barlow to take it round Heath. Castle's got well forward, so too is Naylor, and the ball falls in between the two of them. And it's that man to McMinn who's back just to make the covering challenge. Peel doing well to keep it in play. Now Joyce. Strong challenge from Martin Barlow. Naylor. Aim is for Marshall. Now Pender turning it back. Nugent will try to make something out of that. And Beresford's clearance comes off him. Now what can Nugent do here? Marshall and Dalton in the middle. The cross fails to reach either of them. Patterson, Cole leaving it for Barlow. It was intended for Dalton. Parkinson reading it well and getting it away. Now Joyce finding McMinn. He's happy just to play it down the line as the seconds tick away. Well, it's going to seem like hours to Jimmy Mullen, just showing his watch to the referee. I make it that we've got about a minute and a half left. Nugent with the flick on, finding Dalton. Deary getting in between him and the ball, just playing it back to his goalkeeper. Just a touch of hesitation about Harlan Beresford's clearance. Gets the ball away effectively in the end. Played back for Thompson. It's a player down in the middle. Play goes on around him. Coming, finding Naylor. Turned towards Castle and collides with Steve Davis. And the referee will now allow Ezio onto the pitch. It may just be a touch of cramp, actually, as much as anything else, but we'll have to get used to that sort of feeling in the legs when they finally get to Wembley on Sunday week. Well, Burnley only brought around 1,500 of their fans down here. Much more were expected originally. Those who've come will have enjoyed the occasion, I'm sure. Joyce is limping off, to be replaced by Andy Farrell. I suppose there might be a feeling that will waste just a little more time. Not that Burnley really need to worry about that, I wouldn't have thought. 2 goals to the good, and the game moving into injury time now. Andy Farrell slot into midfield as the game restarts. The ball aimed towards the corner flag. No real surprises there. Naylor with the long clearance forward as some of the crowd begin to whistle. There must be a little injury time just for that incident to be played. Not enough, I fear, to save Plymouth Argyle. Nathan Peel finding McMinn. And now Keith Hill played wide towards Mark Patterson. This is Nugent. Looking to get the ball inside for Marshall. Drives the ball across, but goes behind. Beresford with the clearance. Nathan Peel with the flick on. And there is the final whistle, and it's Burnley who go through to Wembley. Disappointment for Peter Shilton and his team. A season which has promised so much here at home park ends in, well, near disaster. No doubt that Burnley deserved to win that game. 2 goals in the space of a minute from John Francis set them up for the victory. And it was a final goal from former Plymouth player Warren Joyce, which killed them off. Burnley it is then who will go to Wembley for the final of the second division promotion playoffs. Argyle have to contemplate another season in Division 2. The final score then here at Home Park: Plymouth Argyle 1, Burnley 3.